What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Nasty Collective, episode 3. We're here with Cnotebankin in the building. Cno, introduce yourself, man.
Hey, what's good? What's up with y'all? What it do? What it do?
We out here, man. We trying to film this podcast. It's the first time I'm meeting Cno for the first time out here. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I'm from Arkansas. You know what I mean? Born and moved to the Midwest. Kind of down through halfway through my life, kind of. And I've been over here in Iowa doing my thing for about 10 years now. So just staying on the music scene, grinding, trying to make some bread.
And you're out here 10 years into Iowa. What's the difference between Iowa and Arkansas that you see in the music industry so far?
Ooh, man. I mean, I was in Arkansas for a lot of my time. I spent a lot of time in Kansas too doing music.
Oh, okay.
Kansas
spot.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, compared to them all, really, there's a little bit of a music scene down there in Arkansas, but only in the bigger cities. You know what I mean? For the most part, up here, I see a lot of people just kind of doing stuff regardless of where they're at. Either they're trying to make some music, trying to put out some CDs
Right.
and videos and whatnot. So,
I mean, you come from Arkansas, right? And your background, what does that kind of look like? How does your background influence the music that you're making right now?
for sure. I mean, I grew up religious. I started singing in church from a very young age. I think me and my brother started a group together when we were kind of getting to be teenagers and whatnot. So, I started writing songs when I was like 11, 12 years old and just started going after it. We was opening up for big people even then in Kansas, you know what I mean? Just always doing something, staying relevant and staying in the game.
Your brother, is he older than you?
Yeah, I got two older brothers. B. Smiley, he actually still does some music. And my boy Brian B.I., that's my other older brother.
Yeah, shout out my older brother too, Richie. See you out there.
Hell yeah.
And your older brothers, they put you on early in the stage of your music and everything. And when they were bringing you up, what was like some of the advice that they would be giving you as like a youngin, coming into the game?
For sure. I was like the big little brother, but you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But no, for real, no, they taught me a lot, man. Like I said, my older brother Brian can pick up on the piano, like he can play it from ear, like just hear something, play it right back to you, play the drums like crazy. And then my other brother Brent, I mean, he's just fearless when it comes to music, just always going for it, always trying something different. So mad respect to them, man.
And we were talking about we had some technical difficulties during the podcast, and we were talking before about how the religious rap game, like the religious ghetto rap game, you said, is like kind of like popping right now, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of like in,
it's
and you
huge.
referred to like some creators of the music industry that like have went that way with their art.
Right.
Like, what are some of the rappers out here that you would say
Right.
do go that way?
Right. So I feel like, it started way back. Like people ain't giving credit to people like Jolly Boy from down Texas, like that kind of started doing that already. They're just basically like singing they lyrics. I mean, you can write a verse like a rap and then just sing it.
Right.
And, they've been doing that for a long time. Now obviously the relevant ones is like Kevin Gates, Mo3, and my boy T-Rail. He does that shit real good too.
Shout out T-Rail.
Yeah,
T-Rail,
absolutely.
Mo3 RP.
Yeah,
Man, some great names
sure.
right there.
For sure.
I mean, all those names, you be like kind of tapped in with Texas, huh? Instead of T-Rail, but I'm not sure T-Rail's straight down there. But it's like a lot of the music is very, very regional. You know what I mean? Like Texas has a whole different sound from Detroit, because Detroit's going off of right now. What I've been hearing from Detroit rappers is they just go off the beat. They don't want the beat. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they put the beat in the background, but they spitting right over that. And it's like just a weird kind of like cool style right there. You know what
different.
I mean?
Yeah, it's just there, but they just do whatever they want. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
you know what
and
I mean?
I'm like, oh shit, that shit's like organic as fuck. To like just say whatever. Like I ain't gotta be on no beat.
Right. Unique sounds is, it's where it's at. It's how you set yourself apart, really.
Like going off that, like region wise, do you feel like Sioux City rappers, Sioux City artists are making the kind of same vibe of music here as well, or pretty diverse?
It's pretty diverse, honestly. I feel like everybody's kind of got their own little thing going on. I don't really see too much like mimicking the styles or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I think kind of everybody's kind of in their own little thing. I don't know. Probably could support each other a little bit more. That's all.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
I've been working with a lot of rappers as well, and it seems very hostile most of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't really know why all the time, but maybe people have their own reasons for that. But shit,
it just seems like if we were to all work together, it'd be a lot better than being against each other.
You got to think about it like this: like what happened in Texas when when the DJ Screw music took off. They was all working together.
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm sure they had their beefs here and there, but they all came along at the same time and all got rich at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is not really nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You're creating a buzz in your area, bringing all the ice to you.
Exactly.
You don't have to go everywhere.
Yeah.
You can bring all the ice to you.
The way I see it is, if you were gonna pop off, the person next to you, just because he popped off doesn't mean that you weren't gonna. You know what I mean? Like, like if you didn't pop off, it's because of you. Like, that's straight up. Like, nobody's gonna take that spot away from you because there's so many opportunities out here and so many potentials that you can achieve. But going off of like the Sioux City artists and Sioux City music out here, how was your summer on the whole? Like, because this summer was pretty lit for music. There was a lot of like performers and a lot of venues that opened up. So like, how was your summer with the whole music industry?
It was. I mean, it was really good actually. I mean, I ended up having more shows than I was even expecting to have. I linked back up with an old friend of mine with the commission, and we were doing a lot of stuff together. So I got to go to Colorado and do Afro Man, you know, and then I still got Bone Crusher coming down here November 20th.
Yeah, that was about to be lit.
Yeah. So and then, you know, I ended up linking up with Dad and doing a show downtown at the Tyson with him and Mill and the homie Mill and Dad. So I mean, you know, it was just like every almost weekend I was doing another show, at least, you know, four shows every month, you know. So it was nice traveling and just staying busy, man. It felt good after a little bit of a break the year before.
I saw you guys. You also connected with a couple like videographers too, like Kelsey Creation.
Yeah,
too.
Absolutely, man. Great job,
y'all
Mike Kessel.
Things out there too.
Yeah, great job, Mike Kessel, and then the homie Alex Cortez, ambient. He did one for me too, so I got another. I got another one in my back pocket. I'm gonna drop real quick too.
That
so
shit out on us.
I got some stuff.
All that shit.
I got some stuff in the works, man. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna keep it going even when it's cold out. I'm gonna keep dropping the heat.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing right now is that I'm worried about is that motherfuckers are gonna stop because of the cold, you know?
Right.
Like it seems like it's hibernation month or some shit. Like you gotta stop grinding or some shit during the snow. But like, you know, that's probably the best time to be grinding because everybody's inside watching your shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like the venues and everything, like I still think that a venue could pop off even if there is snow, you know? So like there's still opportunities. It's just that I see a lot of the rappers out here need more hustle in their game. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the biggest thing about being an artist is the way you present yourself. Your like social media, your videos, you know, the photos that you be taking, like everything's all like advertising yourself, you know?
Exactly.
If you don't put that money into marketing for yourself, then you're not really trying to achieve shit out here, you know?
Exactly.
You're just dropping music, like, yeah, that's gonna be cool, but a motherfucker that has a shitty ass song markets the fuck out of that, it's gonna blow up like past your shit, you know?
Right.
So it's all about marketing, it's all about the way you carry yourself out here. And I be seeing you've been doing that work. I know.
Yes, sir.
We recognize real out here, you know what I mean? And that's why we out here.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say to piggyback what you were saying. Like, I'm making sure I don't do that. I don't care what time it is. You know, I'm still gonna keep my hands in this and that. I'm working on a lot of collabs. I don't want to speak on all of them, but I'm working on a lot of stuff with a lot of important people, man. And this is gonna keep on getting better and better from here. You know. It's
a very odd like profession because it's like a climb to stay relevant almost, you know what I mean? Like if you stop for a little bit, it's kind of like, fuck, man, now I gotta build my shit back up.
Right.
You know?
Don't even allow yourself to go dormant. I mean, because that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Man, definitely. Yeah. And like just seeing rappers out here just going to the venues and being able to shoot. Like I do get a lot of love when I go outside, so it's like I fuck with my Sioux City, South Sioux people. And then, like, I just want to see everybody, like, thrive a little more, you know? Like, get more people out here. Because we got, like, King Little G coming out here, too. So
Right. That's
lit, too.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
And speaking of that, let's get up in these advertisements.
For sure.
Oh, didn't see you guys there. Welcome to the advertisement. The mid-show, you know what I mean? The little dance between the Super Bowl and shit. That's this one. The halftime show. So, today's sponsor is Don's Production. We got 3 sponsors to ship today that we're going to go ahead and shout out. The first one being the Don Sports Bar and Grill. It's a local bar that throws exciting events while you get a relaxed crack of beer and, you know, watch your anticipated match. You know, football, you know, at UFC, they got soccer there. There's big soccer fans out there. Like, if you want to just crack a beer, kick back, that's the spot to be. You feel me? If you find yourself bored on a Thursday, though, you can head over to the Don's for 2 for Thursdays because they got live DJs on that night. and it's pretty lit. You know, it'd be popping. You know, you see, you know, people dancing and shit. It's pretty badass. We also got some awesome news that Mi Familia got a second place that they're opening up. It's a new location, and it's the grand opening on the 10th, which is today or tomorrow, whenever this is uploaded. 10th of November. They're going to be grand opening. So catch that at 11 a.m. They close at 10 p.m. that day. It's going to be at 908 Dakota Avenue, South Sioux City. So make sure y'all be there because that shit about to be popping. We also got sponsored by La Familia nightclub. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a little clip right here and show you guys a little advertisement that we've been working on.
Live by the gun, then you die by the gun. I'ma go give me a 100-round drum. I be low-key, I don't post on the internet. I be low-key, I don't think that you get it. 9mm gun, king enemy, that devil. Anybody killer, they don't really like me, forget them.
Familia nightclub, and they're going to be hosting a night to remember. They're bringing out all the way from South Los Angeles, Mr. King Little G, man. King Little G will be in town, Sioux City at La Familia nightclub, so make sure y'all don't miss that. It's going to be November 20th, and if you want to go ahead and get some tickets, hit up Don's Production, Aaron the Barber. You know, y'all social will be down there, so you know, go ahead and hit up my boy, get some tickets for him. And, you know, King Little G's about to be popping out here, you know. But after King Little G, we got the Blackout Affair, Black Friday event at La Familia on the 26th of November. Now, this is where people will come out, we can get lit as fuck, and y'all gonna wear all black. We're gonna be all black, blacked out party. You know what it is. Y'all come out here and support. It's gonna be at 420 Jackson Street, Sioux City, Iowa. And it's gonna be badass. Just be there, you know what I mean? Just go. But we do want to give a big thanks to our sponsors, Don Productions, to contributing to the podcast. And, you know, we're trying to get some sponsors out here onto each podcast. So if you're out there with the company, you're out there with a product that you want us to sponsor, even if you're an artist, like a rapper, I would love to sponsor a rapper, you know, and like get you guys in here. We're just trying to get NASTYCO, the Nasty Collective podcast built up so we can get our urban artists in here and, you know, just make something happen for the community as well as the name and the brand itself. So we're going to keep it going, man. We're going to say fuck the hate and we're just going to build it all up. So thank you again to Don Productions for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it. All right, welcome back. We're back from the ads. You know, we got to get our money somehow. But so we got a big story going on right now. And it happened Friday, but I still think it's relevant enough to talk about it today. So I got a couple videos for you. Okay. I'm not sure how much you know about the whole Travis Scott incident, but it's really fucked up, you know? It's a really fucked up thing, man.
So many levels.
And I just want to go ahead and, like, I guess talk about it a little bit and just get into, like, our opinions about it a little more and then just hear some experience from, like, an artist himself, you know?
Absolutely.
So let's see. So this one right here, this is we're going to start from an old video, okay? Right. So this is 2015. Right. So Travis Scott, as you know, the concert went wild as fuck. Travis Scott is a wild motherfucker. Like, you already know that shit already. Yep. And this is one of his concerts from back then. And I don't know if you've ever seen this, but somebody tried to steal his shoe during the concert. Right. So let's see what's up. Okay. I'm going to fast forward. Wild out here. Yep. Crowd surfing, you know what it is. Yeah. For the clients, you know. He drowned in that motherfucker too. Everybody's on him. Like, they're trying to speak up even closer, you know? Like, they're just reaching their hand out trying to touch him and shit.
Starts throwing stuff.
They got security guards ready as fuck.
Alright. Put you back on the stage.
Yeah, like, get the fuck off this shit. Oh no, he mad right here. So right here, it looked like someone just took his shoe, or tried to at least. They tried to snatch that shit off, and it came off from him. But he got it in his hand right now. I guess you can't really see her from this. Yeah, this one started telling him to get him. Yeah, he's trying to be about it right here. Yeah, that's crazy, man. goes and spits on him too, like he's walking away.
That's
I mean, through the microphone, I think actually. But yeah, like so that right there.
damn.
I think he got charged for that. Actually, he got inciting a riot.
I think that was an incident too.
Yeah, and he has 2 charges of that shit up to date. Like not even from like what happened. So let's get up into actually what happened because like going off of that energy, like now we about to see what's fucking good, you know?
Alright.
So
some behavior.
So I guess a little background behind the Travis Scott thing is that he had a concert, he had a festival, Astroworld, right? Astroworld Festival. And at this festival, 8 people passed away tragically. And they said that 300 were hospitalized or at least treated for wounds,
right?
You know, or treated for any kind of damage that they had on them. So I don't know, man. Let's see how it goes right here. Right here, it looks like so this video is titled that he knew something was wrong with the event, and the biggest thing is that. Okay, let's watch this real quick. So let me pause it right here a little bit. So this photo right here, it shows the ambulance, right? And the ambulance in the fucking crowd. So while this shit was going on, there was a whole ass fucking car in the crowd, man.
Right.
Like, you know?
Right.
And the biggest issue with this entire event is that they're saying Travis Scott didn't do enough for his fans' safety, you know? He didn't do enough to stop the show. Like, there wasn't enough communication between him and the people who are throwing the actual event, the promoters, the venue itself. Like, I guess at a certain point, what do you do? Like, what do you think that could have happened differently that would have not caused this like chaos?
Right.
What do you think about that?
To be honest, I mean, from what I understand, he like at previous shows, he would tell the people to rush the stage, break through the barriers. I mean, so if you're telling people that from before, obviously it's going to carry on to the next event and the next show. So, I mean, to his fans, they're thinking, hey, he wants us to go crazy. He wants us to go hard. He wants us to do whatever we want because we're his fans. And I think he set himself kind of up for failure in that aspect because obviously they're outnumbered and outmanned.
Right,
they weren't prepared for
that's like one of the worst things that happened that night.
Yeah, and like all the stuff I was hearing, they were just saying like, oh, we couldn't breathe. We were that cramped and that pressed. You know,
I heard that he was saying they were saying that if you raise your hand up, you ain't putting that hand down. You know what I mean? Like you that squished that motherfucker.
And that's a horrible situation to be in. Like I could not imagine.
And look, and let me show you this because what I just said. Put your hand up, you stuck in this shit. And then also, I wanna put the fact out there that there's people in the crowd that were yelling for help, and he completely ignored it. And he says that he didn't hear it. He says that if I would have heard something, I would have done something, right?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
But so the people who are yelling for help are raising their hand, Travis. So let's see what he does. 2 hands in the sky. Everybody, 2 hands in the sky. You know, we trying to. I feel like right here, that's some like diversion shit. You know what I mean? Where he's like, oh, this motherfucker's yelling for help. Let's all put our hands up so we ain't like drown that shit out. Like I didn't see nothing. You know what I mean?
Very possible.
It's a possibility, but like, why? What concert says both hands up, guys? Both hands up out of nowhere, just out of fucking nowhere. Like you just got done seeing a fucking hospital or an ambulance in the crowd. Like, next thing is put your hands up.
Right. They started dancing on the ambulance and jumping
People started dancing on the ambulance.
It was so much disrespect on so many levels.
That shit lit as fuck. We can't play the song because copyright issues, but and then he even went as far as to say, I want to hear this motherfucking ground shake. You know? While this motherfucker's on the floor, fucking unconscious and shit, you're already telling motherfuckers to jump, like damn.
Don't stomp the ground. There's people underneath you. I mean, that's not a good idea.
And then I seen other concerts where they're like, all right, y'all, we want to make sure that everybody's safe. Let's go ahead and, you know, get everything situated, and then we'll start the song off. Like, again, you know, we'll restart the song even if we have to, which is, man, you got to make sure everybody's safe here.
Right.
You know, like, have you ever been in a situation where, like, you're up there on the stage and you got to take care of some other shit, or is it like completely like you're good most of the time? Or
yeah, I mean, from time to time, you know, depending on the venue, I mean, there's definitely been some shit going on, and had to slow stuff down or hit a pause button real quick because there's altercation going on.
Right.
And I mean, you know, I mean, it's just a smart thing to do, though. I mean, you can take time. I mean, you can still do your thing. You might cut a couple minutes off, might be a little bit longer, but yeah, make sure the room's under control first. And in this situation, it's got to be under control. I don't care. It's a lot of people, so something need to happen to take better control of that situation.
All right, let's see what he says about his apology. I want to see it.
I just want to send out prayers to the
authentic.
To the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out,
it's like
you know,
you can't even open his eyes. I had to close out this video, man.
Yeah.
You don't even want to stare the camera in the eyes, you know? Like, damn, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, but then again, what could you even say?
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
I'm not gonna say he's acting, but I mean, you know, you don't know.
Yeah, like that whole situation, dude. They're like the Kardashians came out with statements, and they were like, you know, Travis loves his fans. Travis would never do. Like, why are we so worried about Travis right now? Like, you know what I mean? What the fuck does that even matter if he loved his fans or not? It's a whole different situation beyond that, you know?
Yeah, he had to know something was going on.
He had to, and even if okay, so at the end of the day, let's just say he knows something going on, and let's say you can't prove it.
Mm-hmm.
Should he be responsible for what happened that night? Or held responsible for what happened that night?
That's tough. I mean, depending on if he actually said anything to the crowd this time to make them do these actions, then I don't know that he really can be, because, I mean, technically he's got a job to do and he was doing it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, there's got to be the you in you instead of the Travis Scott in you. There's got to be some you there still that says, hold up, I don't care what's going on. We gotta stop. We gotta stop for a second and figure out what's going on. I think you could have took control a little bit better. So, hey, y'all spread out. Everything's gonna be fine. Everybody needs to relax, breathe. You know what I mean? I don't know. Try something.
Throw some water in the crowd.
Try something.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like the thing that I think is that if it happens once, it's an accident. If it happens again, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like this dude has had a lot of previous experience with the exact same thing that happened tonight.
Right.
There has been one time in this concert, there was a guy that jumped off of a tall ass thing, paralyzed himself.
Yep.
Paralyzed himself, man.
He was actually saying, like telling them to come
get the fuck down if you ain't gonna do it. He straight up said, you know, he's like, are you gonna do it or what? What the hell you doing up there? Like, damn, man, and paralyzed. And then like that's not even like that's a really bad incident. But this dude has had 2 inciting a riot charge. He has had that experience, and every time that you just see him at a concert, it's just like he's trying to be like the wildest one, you know, like trying to get that the most wild. But you have metal bands, rock bands out here that aren't even on like some shit like that anymore, you know.
Still can have a good show, and
still
everybody
can have a good show.
With little minor bruises and whatnot.
There's concerts where they have mosh pits, where they Slipknot, they separate people. They separate the crowd in half, and they say, run at each other.
Right.
And you don't see nobody dying.
It doesn't happen like
this.
Yeah,
like, damn, man. Like you had to really flop that shit, like in order for all that to happen. And I just think that after a minute, if that shit keeps happening and your shows, people when they buy a ticket, they shouldn't be worried if they're gonna make it out of that show. You know what I mean? So if you to that point of where you're already like causing harm to people beyond the fact that it's just a concert, people pass out in the crowd, like that's understandable sometimes, you know, and then it gets taken care of. But nobody deserves to get trampled at your concert, especially a 14-year-old little boy.
Right.
And this Astroworld was advertised as all age friendly. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a dangerous situation for all ages right there.
So I just think that you gotta either put this dude on pause or else it's just like I don't even know, because it's not even like you can't change right now. Like it's not like you can change. I think you just need to take a break. Yeah. Travis Scott needs to take a break. Needs to fall back for a good year or something. Then come back to us.
Right. I think that would be a great idea. I think they're kind of trying to get him to I think I saw they're trying to get him to jump out of Coachella. They're already kind of pushing him to kind of like take a little step back. You know, they got the cancel stuff going on these days. So, you know, we'll see what happens from it all. But, I mean, hopefully those families are all right as best as they can be. And he sticks by his word and takes care of their families' funerals and whatnot. And even gives the money back to the fans if that's true. I don't know. But
because it's really like, as like even yourself, right? I would say you're an influencer because you hustle and motivate. You know what I mean? It's not just one. You do both.
Right.
And being an influential person, being that person that somebody can look up to and be like, maybe I want to be like them. You know?
Right.
There's a big responsibility to what you have to uphold because you're not a civilian no more. You know? Like you have a certain standard that you gotta keep and uphold in this world and in this industry.
Absolutely.
You can't just wall out all that crazy.
Absolutely.
But like at a certain point as an influencer, you gotta take care of your people because your people take care of you, and that's just like your money comes from the people. That's what it is, you know.
That's the reason we survive. That's the reason we make it. That's the reason we feel successful. So yeah, it's important, man. Very important.
Because when you're up there on that stage and you're looking down at that crowd, what's that feeling like?
Man, that's the best feeling, honestly. I mean, when they're engaged and you know you got them, like it's just nothing like it in the world, honestly. Like. It's good times, man. Big shows, small shows, doesn't even really matter if the crowd's digging what you're putting out, man. It's really hard to beat that feeling, for real.
Yeah, that's the positivity of like what concerts can bring, you know, and like that's a cheerful moment of that.
Right.
So like going off of that, like off of the hate that Travis Scott has got, how do you personally? I don't know if you have gotten hate in this industry yet, or like if somebody has came at you yet. But I know I have my share.
Right.
How do you go about dealing with that as an influential person, as a creator of something, you know?
Absolutely. Personally for me, I try to keep things pretty chill. I mean, there's a line you can cross where there ain't gonna be no return, you know what I mean? But I don't really have to deal with people too much, at least not directly to me. Right. I mean, I think I earned the respect of a lot of people, so I mean, and I demand it. So I mean, that's not an issue too much. And some things ain't for everybody, like the way people do shows and whatnot. Sometimes that's not for you, but I mean, a lot of people just find a reason to hate what you're doing just because maybe it's not their particular cup of tea. If it's not your cup of tea, then you don't have to drink it. You know, it's really not that bad, but you ain't got to spoil minds. I like myself. You know what I mean? Come on now.
What I heard is a saying like, hurt people, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's why, like, whatever someone comes at me, I'm just like, man, you're dealing with your own things right now, you know? Yeah. Like, whatever you got going on, like, you got to take care of that, or else you're just spreading this hate, and it's just like, it's like a seed. Like, someone's going to come at you, they're going to say something negative to you, and they plant that seed in your head.
Right.
It's up to you if you let it grow, and you keep that hate in your heart, or else you just let it, die out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think that's like how I'm trying to go about it. Like whenever I see hate in my corner, I'm just like, damn. All right, well, let me just keep trying to go about it. Like keep doing my thing. You know.
Lead it with positivity, because obviously they're coming at you for a reason. You're doing something right. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on their radar. So
that's what I heard too. That if you ain't got a hater, man, if you ain't got someone that ever been against you, then you ain't doing it right.
You might be doing the wrong thing. Yeah, it might not be for you.
Yeah, people are jealous and envy, man. People get envy and just like you just gotta take care of your own. You gotta take care of the people who rock with you, and the people who do rock with you, support them the most, because that support is coming back. You know,
for sure.
That support is definitely coming back.
Yeah.
But Cno, any final thoughts that you got of the podcast? Any final thoughts you got of what's going on in life right now?
Yeah, man. Shoot. I mean, mostly, just check out my album. It's NYTELYFE. Let me see.
Let me hear a little more about your album.
I got my hoodie here.
Oh shit! And you got merch.
Yeah, I got merch. My website's www.cnotebankin.com, just like my rap name. So you can check the website out. There's plenty of merch on there. That's how you spell
Cnotebankin.com.
Yeah, that's how you spell the album title. NYTELYFE. Nightlife shit. Hey, the album's really nice put together, man.
I like how you had the cities like on the bottom of the letter.
Yeah, appreciate it. A little bit of marketing shit.
Hell yeah. Y'all gotta make sure you go check out NYTELYFE, Cnotebankin.com. You know what it is. Make sure you buy the merchandise, because that shit look fire as fuck. You got a sweater for that winter. Get your girl a sweater too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we out here, man. And Cno, I hope your career thrives, bro. I'll be watching you out here, and we gotta make some work happen soon.
Likewise.
Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah.